And welcome to paranormalxl podcast. As I yell at everybody. So Gigi here, and today, you know, this gal that I'm going to bring on here, she's pretty fucking awesome. I can drop the F-bomb because I watched that Netflix special that they had, The History of Swearing.
Oh, yes. I so
with
want to see
Nicolas
that,
Cage.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to. The first one is fuck. And they make it so...
the most important one.
Well, yeah. And they make it so it's just like, well, fuck this, fuck that, This is... Sorry, guys. But this effing girl, she's pretty amazing. And I met her through Mary, Mama Mary, at the beginning of this whole paranormal adventure. So she's been my ride or die for a little bit now, and it's been pretty amazing. And she's been on before, so you guys do know her. And she is formerly part of the paranormalxl investigations crew. That is a mouthful. Who named this shit? So we always have a good time. So how do you want me to refer to you? I guess we
just however you want to.
My bitch.
Yeah, sure. I'll be your
my
bitch.
bitch.
I'll be your bitch.
Amanda and or AJ.
Yeah.
Badass. How about that?
Aw.
BA.
You are.
You know you are.
You is.
Shit. You're right. We is. What?
Hey. I'm so glad you had me back on here.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm so happy to be recording again. Like,
oh, yeah.
I miss it. Apparently, I just like things in my face.
Who knew? Who knew?
Who knew? My husband. Oh, zing. We're on one tonight.
Snap.
Oh, whoa. Oh, but anyhow,
you cracked me up.
That reminds me when we first started talking and stuff, when you listened to the podcast, you were like, anyhow, and then the sky raisin thing.
Oh, the sky raisins. Yes, the jalapeno sky raisins.
Yeah, we don't want the. Daisy's like, what?
Oh, yeah, she's like, no.
Jalapeno. No, we don't eat those. I'm
just
allergic.
the regulars.
Dipped in chocolate. Everything's better dipped in chocolate.
Absolutely. I remember when we went to a cemetery and you...
Stryker, y'all know Stryker.
And it wasn't even Stryker.
Oh, wasn't it?
No.
Oh,
but
no.
The one that's just by here. Remember, it was like during the day we went to the cemetery. It's a really cool...
that big one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
We got to go there again because there's graves off, like two families off into the woods.
No way.
My behind neighbor told me about it and took me there.
Oh,
yeah, so I know where it's at.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, cut short. We got to go.
Yeah. Cemetery time. No, I just remember you took this picture of me. I'm just walking through the graves and I am like caught in like 2 dimensions or something. I'm like, my head is huge like it is anyway because I have a watermelon head, but like I look so weird in that picture. And I'm like, there's something going on here. Yes. This place is active.
That was weird because it wasn't your whole body that did it. So it wasn't like a walking glitch or, or whatever. It was like just part of your body. Yeah. And it was really weird because like half of your arm was all jacked too.
Yeah.
And it almost looked like it was broken.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
That was creepy. Anyway, good times. We've had lots of good times.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. Remember? Remember?
That one time?
Yeah, band camp.
Well, you know what? I played the flute.
Oh, my God.
I did not do that ever. Okay.
I was just going to say, so I played the flute in band. Did you play in band?
Oh, my God.
And we're holding hands right now, guys, because we just realized that we played flutes together. I never went to band camp, though. I don't.
Damn.
I know. I can play a jug, though.
We could jam. Well, we could do that. Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, I think I can sing. I got a guitar right there.
Hey. Hey.
Oh, my God. I just love us.
So many tangents.
Oh my God. Yes. Sorry, guys. Today we wanted to talk. Well, Amanda didn't.
Well, yeah, it kind of freaks me out.
But I wanted to maybe jump in and just discuss a little bit about levitation. Light as a feather, stiff as a board is like what automatically comes to mind. Now, did you ever play that?
Oh, yeah.
When you were a kid?
Yeah, absolutely.
I did.
Who hasn't? I mean, if you haven't, you're not from this country or something.
No,
I don't know. It's like a
you're weird.
It's like a rite of passage for
right?
White bread America, you know?
Yeah.
Corn-fed people.
Corn-fed.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy.
We did it. It was Amy, Jessica, Jenny. I want to say my cousin Melissa was there.
Mm-hmm.
Mikey might have been. And me. And we did it. It was in one of the girls' rooms. I remember doing it, and like everybody's like kind of freaking out. We were like super young.
Oh, yeah.
Our ages range probably from like 7 to like 14, and so we're like, oh, very, you know, us littles, because I was, you know, in the younger group,
Right.
not anymore.
Oh, they
But,
don't need to know that.
You know, we're like, oh, you know, so us being like 7, you know, one eye's open, and we're like, oh, how are we gonna pick them up with our fingers?
Right.
Well, so like we freaked ourselves out, so we flick on the lights or whatever, and then later that night was my cousin. I wanted to say it was Melissa. She woke up screaming, and she was on top of the dresser.
Whoa.
Like, we were all sleeping. Everybody in the house was sleeping. And then we wake up to the
Whoa.
screaming. And she's, like, sitting, like, crouch style on the dresser. Like, crazy, right?
Like she woke up like that?
Yeah. And it freaked her out. And then we're all like, whoa. And then our parents were like, what'd you guys do? We're like, nothing.
Crickets?
Summon demons? What?
Yeah,
we're not
right.
supposed to?
Oh,
Like,
that's
come on now.
a bad thing?
Mm-mm. I mean, we're not supposed to. Then you probably shouldn't have let us watch some of those scary movies, like the Amityville horror movies. Like,
Oh,
I
man.
watched those when I was super young. Still some of my favorites, but they freak me the F out.
Those movies freak me out too. That whole
Mhm.
possession
When
thing.
I'm like-
I can't even.
I'm all
yeah.
gangster talking over here about throwing
She's
gang
throwing
signs
signs and shit.
That's, you know,
And fucking shit, because I have to say fuck too.
yeah.
It's, I mean, you know, it's
Yeah.
one of those things.
So yeah, the levitation thing. So many different things that go into levitation. Like I said, the first thing that comes to my mind is the light as a feather, stiff as a board
Yeah.
thing, or anything, you know, to do with something creepy. Just because of the fact, like, that's how we were taught on, you know, okay. So clearly anybody that's followed the page or any page that I'm on knows now that I'm like, yep, I'm a straight up witch. So like that gets associated with being evil. That's the last freaking
Right.
thing ever in the whole wide world that I am. So if you know me personally, you know better than that.
Right.
But I'll wear it because I love the questions. That's why I'm like, in
Oh,
your face, I'm
yes.
a witch. And some people are like, oh my God, what's she doing? And I do that because I love educating people on it, where they ask the questions.
Oh, hell yeah.
And that's the best thing ever. Like, I went into Walmart today. You know my getup that I got on.
Always.
I got all this.
Yep. Always.
This is all huge on the back of
Yeah,
my hoodie
triple
and
goddess,
everything.
yep.
And of course, some people were like, what? Nope, I've just, well, we got to wear the mask so not everybody can see, you know, you smiling. And I just want to
Right.
smile again. I want people to
I
see
know,
me
right?
smiling.
Yeah.
I miss that. So, like, I'm striking up conversation like I do with perfect strangers going
Yep.
going into the store, checking out, whatever. And I'm, you know, one guy standing, waiting behind me, you know, he's like glaring at me, but I'm like having this conversation with the cashier. She's got a cow mask on and everything. I'm like, oh my God, that's like the cutest mask ever. So we start talking about all her different cow masks and stuff, you know, and she's like, oh my gosh, you're so sweet. And I'm like, well, thank you. You know, I was like, I honestly like your mask, but thank you so much, you know.
Yeah.
I forgot where I was going. Oh, but I'm not bad.
Squirrel.
Squirrel. Yeah, kind of. It's been one of those days, weeks, months, years.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big time squirrel.
Huge fat ass squirrel. Yeah, fat ass. I just love saying fat ass.
Ass.
There's no other way to say it. Fat ass.
Yeah. I mean,
That's like one word. Fat ass.
fat ass.
Fat ass.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Fat ass. Look at that fat
It's a new
ass.
word.
Fat ass.
I want to smile again, too.
Mm-hmm.
I really do.
So I was thinking about that on my way home. I was
So
here. I'm
sad.
tearing up in the car. Like,
Mm.
and I'm like, I can't do that. I got fake lashes on today. No tearing up in the car, so you can't be emotional
No,
when you got the lashes on.
exactly.
So they end up like
Cover
this.
girls don't cry.
And
I'm saying.
I'm gonna say I leak. I'm leaking. Why? It's not evil. Like the way I dress, the way we're just programmed, I think, to think a certain way. That's just how we are. We
Yeah.
could go into a whole different tangent
Yeah.
going into that, but it's not. When you think of levitation, it's really not. There's like 99.9% science that goes into levitation, and I didn't even realize that until I started researching. However, I didn't ever think of it evil.
Right.
But it scares me because it was one of those unknown things. It's not unknown to everybody. However, it was unknown to me.
Right.
So when something's unknown to yourself and you look into it,
Mm-hmm.
you teach yourself not to be scared anymore. And we don't all have to be scared of things, because just do your research.
Yeah.
Like, that's just the biggest thing. But the levitation thing, light as a feather, stiff as a board. I had something about that saying. But like I said, it takes me back to like Ouija boards and
Oh, yeah.
the creepy ass shit,
Mhm.
because we were raised to think that it was creepy ass shit, you know, thanks
Right.
to Hollywood.
That it was bad stuff. And when you're a kid, you know, you're rebelling against whatever.
Mhm.
And so you're like, oh, let's try this.
Go out in
Let's
the
see
middle
if
of the
it's
woods
real.
and try it.
Oh, yeah. Right? Yikes.
Let's go right now.
Let's go.
Just kidding.
It's
It's
kind of
really,
cold
really
out,
cold.
yeah.
These old bones won't hold up in that.
I have a theory about levitation.
Okay.
Like, I keep thinking about the whole energy, like, frequency of everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think you can almost do anything if you can vibrate at that same frequency,
Right.
that whatever, just like making objects move type of thing, that kind of stuff.
Right.
I mean, couldn't that be along the lines of that too? Really?
Yeah.
I mean, you're all consciously in a group,
Mm-hmm.
raising a vibration or tuning into each other's vibrations,
Right.
and then you are consciously moving that person.
Right. It all goes in together. Like, when I do research, it all makes sense in my head, but none of y'all want inside of this brain. Because you'd be like, what is this? What is happening? Get on the gravitron train. That's exactly what it is. And you're not going to be able to piece it together because I'm still having trouble, and it's my freaking brain. I've had it for 38 years. Like, what?
Right? Mm-hmm.
Now, in scientific terms, hummingbirds.
Yeah.
They levitate.
Mm-hmm.
Now, okay, when you think of levitation, do you think of a fucking hummingbird? No, you think of something creepy and scary, but hummingbirds are some of the most pure things on this planet.
They're so beautiful.
And they're heavenly.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they are to me anyway.
Yeah.
So, like, that's technically what they do.
Yeah.
Is they levitate.
Yeah.
I believe they're... Sorry, I'm like, let me read my notes. So, okay, the actual term levitation is what it means. It's a Latin word. It means lightness. It's the process by which an object is held aloft without mechanical support in a stable position.
So, like, yeah, basically it was saying, like, you can't, like, floating in water is not levitating.
Right. So, like, levitation would exclude, like, hovering flight, helicopters, rockets, balloons, that type of thing. However, this does say hummingbirds. But that was one thing I remember. I didn't even get that from this research. It seemed like I learned that in science class or something. But I know there was a study where they did Buddhist monks.
Yeah.
Because, like, with their meditation, and then they put them in those brain scanners.
Oh, like an MRI?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so they watch their brain activity from somebody else, and they say, okay, just go relax. And then they watch their brain activity, and the difference in their brain activity was just like, what the shit?
Yeah.
Now, they really couldn't explain it scientifically, but they tried to. You know what I mean? Like, going in and doing the research and trying to figure out what the heck are they doing.
Right.
Because that's what science does, Science. I love science. Go science. Yay,
science.
Give me an F. Give me a C. Give me an IANS. That's what makes the paranormal stuff so interesting to me.
Absolutely.
Is because I am like,
you're a debunker.
Yes.
You are definitely a debunker, and I appreciate
right. Not that I want to debunk, because I don't want to debunk everything. I want some of that crazy ass shit to be real. I honestly do, but I want to be so beyond truthful about it, so I can back it. Yes, yeah. And that's why I keep
proof
going.
Is in the pudding.
Yeah, pudding.
Pudding.
Oh, man, pudding. Pudding. Oh,
see, I lost my pudding.
Sorry.
Oh, you want me to read it?
Well, yeah, it blanked out because I made these extra sensitive.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, well, let me see.
What you got, girl? What you got?
What I got? I'll show you.
Hey. Sorry, guys, it's an audio podcast.
You can't see what we're doing. So you should tell your story about levitation, what you told me about waking up. Did you just talk about that on here? Mm-hmm. You did? Seriously? Wow. My brain is fried.
Well, my cousins. I know. Dude, it's been a fucking long-ass year.
Oh, God. Okay, yeah, you're going to have to edit this shit out because I'm brain dead.
This is great. These make the best, though. This is what the listeners want.
Shit.
This is fucking great.
All right, so the brains of Buddhist monks scanned in meditation study. The extrinsic portion of the brain becomes active when individuals are focused on external tasks, like playing sports or pouring a cup of coffee. You had coffee in here? Really?
Yeah.
Damn, I should have had some coffee.
I can make some.
You might need to. It's going to be a long night.
I'm gonna send a message.
Send an order to the kitchen.
Hold on, dear.
The default network churns when people reflect on matters that involve themselves and their emotions, but the networks are rarely fully active at the same time. It's talking about your brain, you know? All those neurons and everything connecting.
Everything.
And like a seesaw, when one rises, the other one dips down.
Seesaw.
This neural setup allows individuals to concentrate more easily on one task at any given time without being consumed by distractions like daydreaming squirrel.
I know squirrels.
What we're trying to do is basically track the changes in the networks in the brain as the person shifts between these modes of attention, which doctor, I don't even know what the hell. I can't even say his name. Josibovich.
Say it with confidence.
Josibovich. Dr. Josibovich.
Well, I know him. We go way back. We're down like 4 flat tires.
No, you did not.
I did.
So this doctor has found that some Buddhist monks and other experienced meditators have the ability to keep both neural networks active at the same time during meditation, which that would take a lot of control. That's a lot of meditating, if you think about it.
I have no control. I'm a horrible meditator. I've had to find my own ways to meditate. It includes batteries.
Oh my.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I just had to throw that in there.
Really went explicit now. They're like, what the heck? Oh my God. Okay, so this doctor says, okay, they found a way to lift both sides of the seesaw simultaneously, like levitation.
Mm-hmm.
What goes up must come down.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So.
and then. And so I gave her these notes to read that I put together, and I cut it off.
That's all
it.
good. That's pretty much it. We didn't do a lot of research on levitation.
We didn't.
But we knew we were going to bullshit through a lot of this because we haven't talked in a long time, and I haven't been on here in a long time. And I think the last time I was on here, I was so nervous. We
were upstairs in the upstairs
and I
studio.
gave you a reading, and it was awkward as fuck.
And now we've gotten so far that you've been doing readings. I started doing readings. Yeah, I got my whole desk set up over there. Like, it's just so much. Oh my God, everything's just been so awesome. Watching the crew, there is no more crew. However, they are still and forever will be my peeps. Like, I got their backs, like, hands down, no matter what.
Yep.
They're my number ones. Mm-hmm. With that being said, it's been such an honor to watch them grow and go their different ways in the paranormal world, but not only in the paranormal world, but in their lives just in general, because this is what brought us together.
Yeah.
The only one I knew before jumping into this was Julie.
Yeah.
Because we went to school together.
Right.
And what brought us together was the starting of the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Because the podcast started, and then Mary and I were asked to do investigations, so then we put together a crew.
Yep.
Now, watching now, because none of us knew what the hell we were doing at first when it came to investigating.
But we kicked ass.
Yeah, we did.
We did not investigate like other crews. Like
No. And that's what I think separated us, and we were able to, I don't want to say go further than most, but we got out of, there's like a trail. Mm-hmm. I'm a very visual talker, if that makes any sense. You're good.
Use your hands. Nobody can see it.
Use your hands. Use your hands. Wow, chicka, wow, wow. Wow, wow. Wow.
Oh, my.
Wow. This is why I have a podcast, and I'm not a singer. Auto-tune.
Oh, God.
So there's like this path. Well, we're all following on a path, whatever, like this trail. And I think we went the exact way we were supposed to. We grew the way that we were supposed to. With anything that you jump into as a hobby, because that's what it is.
Sure.
We did all the right things. You guys went and grew. You left me. I mean, you left me.
No.
Left this. I gotta flip a table. But
no.
What I mean by that is you guys grew. Mm-hmm. So, and I'm like, yeah, fly, little birdies, fly. Because they're my little birdies, and I love them so much. It was just the idea of putting a crew together was awesome. But then as a crew, we did what we were supposed to do. And then we knew that it was time to try other things. And we left out the right time. We did our things, and I talked to everybody still like I've been friends with them forever, and we're down like 18 wheels on an 18-wheeler, not 4.
Exactly.
I'm just saying it'll always be that way. You guys are family.
Yeah, we'll always be tight.
They're not part of PXL crew anymore, and that actually makes my heart happy.
Aw.
That was like a starting point.
Yeah. Yeah, you
all
totally
it
introduced us to it.
Yeah, and I even said that, I believe, on the first meeting was, I expect to see you guys starting your own crews.
Uh-huh.
Going this way, going that way with it. This isn't something I'm going to be like, it's a hobby. We all had the same interest in starting a hobby. We're all adults, first and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
So it was adults having a hobby together, and you can get more by having the more people, but we were all on the same level.
Yeah. And we've all come so far on our spiritual journeys.
God.
It's crazy.
Yes.
Just like we were talking about the readings, but even the other two, they have gone so far too. I mean, like Josh has a podcast.
Yeah.
Julie and Josh make paranormal equipment.
Yes.
They're
just fabulous.
Yeah, they are. I love them so much. And they're part of my crew now.
Mm-hmm.
Dust to Dawn Paranormal. I have to plug it.
No, you do. Say it all day long.
I will.
I'm going to read my intro notes that we didn't get to.
Oh, yeah.
It says, welcome to Paranormal XL Podcast. Gigi here with a special co-host, Amanda. Exclamation. Now, we have had Amanda on before. She is one of my best girls. She has branched out from Paranormal XL Investigations and now has her own team and also co-hosts on another podcast. I'm here to say, and you're like, keep going.
I'm like, keep petting my back.
I am here to say I'm so very proud of her and love all the success. I'm like, access? What? Tell us a little bit on what you have going on, girl.
What I got going on? Well, obviously I have Dust to Dawn Paranormal, and I love my crew, and you are always part of our crew. Always. Like, you can always come and do anything
like, who are you
with
talking
us.
to?
Yeah.
Daisy,
I know, right? I'm talking to you. You talking to me? Hell yeah. I also am a co-host on the Paranormal People podcast, which is a live podcast Friday nights from 8 to 10 on the RU Media Network. On Facebook, you can like RU Media, give it a like. The Paranormal People, like them. I'm also a co-host on a podcast called The Paranormal Parent. Parent. Yep.
TP.
We just started it. Like, we've done 2 episodes. And
he had it before, and I know that he backed up. And Josh is the co-host to that with Amanda.
His name is Abe.
Oh, Abe.
On the podcast.
That's so funny.
I know. That's so him.
He looks like an Abe.
We're Abe and AJ. We're Abe and AJ.
Oh my God, I love it. AA. Oh.
I know, right? AA. She's drinking.
That's not funny, but it is.
Well.
Sorry, not sorry.
Squirrel. Squirrel.
It's what it is. What it is. We flip tables and drink alcohol here.
All day long.
Mm-hmm.
We run out of tables, though.
We do. My husband keeps building them. I can break them.
Good thing he likes doing that.
Yeah, I know, right? Not like we were just talking about the crew and stuff. He's from the crew. And I remember meeting him the first time. He was so excited to meet me and Mama Mary.
Yes.
Because of the podcast.
Yes.
And now he's got his own. And to watch him grow, it's just, it's so awesome.
Yeah.
For him to come out of his shell just like the way that he is and stuff. And I'm like, dude, that's what's best about a podcast is because, well, you can hide behind the microphone.
Sure.
And nobody's going to judge you. You're not a video. You come out and say, this is strictly audio because it's a podcast.
Right.
And that's exactly what it is. Strictly audio.
Right.
So, like, he can feel comfortable and like, my new thing is I have an alter ego. What you see now is my alter ego. So I'm like, what? However, I could be in my PJs and be like, what to you?
Well, exactly.
And it'd be fine. However, I would go out to the Walmarts like I did earlier and be like, what? And not give 2 hecks.
Right.
See, 2 hecks. See,
that's
2
cute.
Shits.
That's so cute.
Oh, wait, hex.
Hex.
I got a hex.
Don't give 2 hex.
Zing, zing. But to watch him step out of his comfort zone and be so comfortable with it, it's been so awesome.
He's so much fun to co-host with because the way his mind works is just...
Well, Sean and I went over there and we camped out in the road that one time.
Yep.
And just sitting having a conversation with him. He is somebody, Sean, which is my husband, he don't like people. And it's not that he doesn't like people. He doesn't know how to keep up conversation and stuff because he's okay. So again, we have this path. He's way over here because he's very intellectual, but he doesn't have the people skills. Josh is the same way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And so to watch them talk about it makes my heart so full. And I know it does Jules too.
Oh, yeah.
To watch them like that. It's like, what? it's like looking in the mirror for them,
Yeah.
But they can have this weird conversations and stuff that we're like, what?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
what's happening? They hold that odd information. It's awesome to have because you never know when you're going to need it.
Oh, yeah.
But it's
I
like,
tell
man,
him all the time.
step out of your comfort zone because you got shit to say.
Yeah.
And,
I
and
tell
it's
him all the
interesting
time.
shit.
He has such an interesting perspective about stuff.
Oh, most
Anything.
definitely.
I mean, anything. You could sit and talk with him about anything, and he will make you see the other side and back.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he just is an amazing mind. So I'm really enjoying that podcast because a lot of it just, I mean, he researches, I'll research, we talk about stuff, but every time I'm like learning new shit every time I talk to him, and we have a good time.
Well, yeah,
we have fun.
That's all you can do. That the investigating, this podcasting that we do, it's a hobby.
Yeah.
It's something to do with our time, but I have a thing where I need to be doing something resourceful every time, whether it's side hustle, with the shop or doing this. I need to be doing something constructive with my time. So being able to research this stuff. That's why it's so great on these types of podcasts that you cover the different topics. Because not everything's just investigating. Not everything's just ghost. Not everything's just crystals or readings. It's a whole... You haven't even scratched the surface.
Yeah.
With just crystals or just investigating.
Yeah.
That's not even... What? That's nothing.
Absolutely,
it's so vast. We're never going to run out of topics. You imagine just... You could have a whole podcast on just talking about aliens and the different versions of aliens people think, because there's so many different ways you could go with that.
Oh yeah,
talk about ancient aliens.
Yeah, we just did our last podcast. Him and I did.
Okay,
was aliens, UFOs, and aliens, and we touched on so many different things, crop circles, and all of that.
See, we did little bits, but that's something I want to delve into, a mofo. And it's gonna take months and months of research, and I have people lined up to be on to ask questions. So I think we'll make it like a little mini series type thing.
Oh yeah,
is my thing to go with.
That's perfect.
Just because there is so many to hear people talk about, because I don't know shit about it.
Yeah,
I think it's interesting. Does it scare me? Yup, a lot of things scare me. Ain't no shame in my game.
Right.
But I want to learn about it.
So you're not afraid.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game.
Yeah. It's just get that knowledge, man. There's so much knowledge to be had. It's insane. The other day for the shop, I had a big shipment of books come in, right? $25. It's been a while since I read a book.
Right.
Actually sat down and got to enjoy them because I think I need to do this, that, and the other thing.
Yes.
But I like having a hard copy of a book in front of me versus reading online, whatever. Because I like to take little side notes, highlight things, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh. So Sean comes in. I got these books just spread all over the table. I'm like, look at all this knowledge. He's like, oh boy. He's like, it's Tuesday, babe. We can't be acting a fool. It's Tuesday. We both gotta work. Look, and then I got him some law books because he's getting into law and learning all the other stuff. Yeah, that's going to be his hobby. That's why he's putting a study upstairs and stuff like that, and he's getting a collection of books and stuff.
Nice.
And so I got him some as well, and I'm just like, this knowledge is just so great. And he's like, you're not going to read all those, are you? I was like, a lot of these are doubled and tripled books. Why would I have? They're for the shop, dear. Oh. And I'm like, that's where I come from, even with the shop, when people ask me questions, because in the journey that we've taken, there's no right answer. They're not wrong, but there's no right answer for one particular person.
Exactly.
So I'm like, okay, I'm going to tell you how I got into it or what worked for me. But I read this book and that Wikipedia, that's the first one I tell everybody to go to. Just because they put it in terms, it's not the front of the book. You're like, oh man, it's going to be a call. And oh my God, it looks so scary. No, that's open that book.
Yeah.
Do not judge that book by its cover.
Yeah.
It just is flat out. It's right to the point and puts it in terms where I'm like, oh,
yeah,
okay, what? This is exactly who I am. I am caring.
Yeah.
I do enjoy being outside. I notice this thing. I notice that thing. I do like the full moon. Yep, this is what I am. And that's when I accepted myself for who I am instead of trying to hide it.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely crazy, but there's so much knowledge, whether it be books or talking to people that you wouldn't think that you would normally talk to. That's a great thing about having the social media. One of the only good things about having social media.
Yeah, totally.
Because there isn't very many.
Right.
Is being able to reach out to some of these people that have that type of knowledge.
Yeah.
at firsthand accounts on things, even aliens and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
it makes it so much easier, so you don't got to track down somebody's phone number and that, get in trouble for stalking, and then you got this and that,
Right.
whole
Yeah.
other
We
line
don't
of
need that
problems.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
like,
got time for that shit.
yeah, there's just so much knowledge out there to be had. Like, if you don't know, you don't have somebody to ask questions to. But if you're listening to this, you do. Just email us.
Oh yeah.
Get
Hell
a hold
yeah.
of us. Reach out. Social media.
Yeah.
Boom, bang, bada, bing. Just made that up.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, everything's pretty great. Yeah. So levitation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry guys, I thought we were gonna get more on levitation. We did not.
It's really just kind of an unexplainable thing.
Yes.
I mean,
But when you look, there's two different sides to look into it. As like, I want to say our side, but the spiritual side.
yeah.
And then there's also the science. So depending on like if you want to keep going and researching it, it's pretty crazy how they explain it and then how they put it back in. Being able to do it now, I've met people that say, "Yep, I've levitated," or okay, one thing that'll probably get brought up tonight when we're on the other show, the Willis house. We went there with Star. I met the girl that all that happened to. I know her. I didn't know that I knew her.
The girl that all what happened to? Refresh my
All this-
memory.
She was from that house.
No.
All those stories are about her. They contact her because they want her to talk about her story. That's why she hasn't been on. I've been
Okay.
working on her. I can't say too much because she doesn't like.
Yeah, no,
wanna
we
be out
don't.
there.
We don't want
It'll
to
be
do
one
that
of
to
those
her.
things where like I change the voice type of thing and different name and change up the story a little bit.
Sure.
But she did. She's the one that levitated
Wow.
in the house, and that's kind of I ran into her the other morning, and that's when I texted you and I was like, let's talk about levitation because because I remember her saying that, and then she mentioned the little boy out back.
Yes. Timmy? Is that his name?
I said that sounds familiar.
Yeah, they call him
Honestly,
on
yeah.
SLS. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
But told us not to
wow.
bring ours out. But anyway, that's neither here or there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's not. Yeah, let's not go there.
But I just thought I about like crap my pants. And I was on my way to work, and that's all I thought. I was like, oh my god, because she's so sweet. She has all my stuff ready from the morning when I stopped there at 5 a.m.
Aw.
Like, and I was shortly. No, I think I may have had a PXL hat or something on, and she asked me about it. And then she's like, oh, you ever been to the Willis house? And I'm like, well, yeah. I was like, oh my God. And I go, and she raises her hand. She's like, I'm the girl the story's about. It's my family. She's like, people call me to interview me and stuff like that. And I was just like,
God.
holy shit.
Oh, man.
Shit. And I just thought that was like the coolest thing ever. She's so sweet. And then she's still very, very spiritual.
That's good.
I noticed because I'm friends. I go into a gas station, I immediately
You're
make
friends with
friends
everybody.
with the
No, you're friends with everybody.
attendants.
Anybody who's ever met you, you're everybody's friend. Like, you are a friend to the end, good person.
Who's
You
gonna
really
make
are.
me cry?
No, but it's true.
I think that's my purpose. So now I'm
Absolutely.
like going full force with it and not
Go
trying to
for
hide
it.
it no more.
Yeah, go for it.
Just helping people, talking to people, loving people. I just want to love people.
Yeah.
And but that's why I got like awesome friends too that look out for me so I don't overlove.
Yeah.
They're like, Sarah, come on now, honey.
Yeah.
Put away your checkbook.
Don't give them your number.
That's just silliness. I'm like, but yeah, I just that whole thing was just so crazy, and she's so
That's super
sweet.
cool.
And then like I noticed she had a chakra necklace on, and then she started telling me, she's a Reiki master and stuff like that. And I was
Oh,
like, girl, you
sweet.
gotta get into my shop.
Yeah.
Which I have my Reiki 101 tomorrow.
Yes.
Taking that.
I took Reiki 101 and I liked it. I took it from Mama Mary.
Okay.
Like a while ago. Like when
Okay.
she first opened her first own place.
Yeah.
And I like it. I'm into Reiki, but I want to do past life regression hypnosis.
Yeah, I think that's so
I
awesome.
so want to do that.
We all have our own paths and stuff. Sorry, I'm talking about myself.
No, you're good.
I'm taking it. I want to learn a little bit about, excuse me, a little bit about everything.
Yeah.
And then find my way there, just not jump all into one thing.
Yes.
But I know, like you just said, you took 101,
Yep.
Reiki 101, and it was great, and you enjoy it.
Yeah.
So you have the knowledge of it, which is,
I can do it.
that's all.
Yeah.
That's the number one thing is to have the knowledge to back up your words. You got it. So
Mhm.
you're like, okay, I'm gonna go into the, and that's great. That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Try a little bit until you
Why
get there.
not?
Don't let somebody be like, oh, I see in your future that you're strictly going to be a card reader. No, fuck that.
No, I'm sorry, but
I'm a little
nobody's
bit
going to tell
everything.
me. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
but
in my
people
fucking
try.
40s, and I've learned that my give a shit is busted, and people are not going to tell me what
the
I'm going to
warranty
do.
is out.
Exactly.
So it
It's
ain't
way
gonna be
past
fixing.
mileage, okay?
Okay.
Nobody's going to tell me what I can and cannot do.
Mm-hmm.
And especially if you tell me I can't do something, I'm going to do it all over the fucking place. Take pictures, get the t-shirt, all of it.
Yeah.
And then be all up in your shit like, look what I did.
Mm-hmm.
Look what I did.
And we're going to make a little dance to go with it. Mm-hmm. I wish you guys could see this. But yeah, it's at the end of the day, it's you for you. You put yourself to sleep.
Yeah.
You have to live with the decisions that you've made for the day, your past that you decided to take for that day, where your future is going to lead you. That's all on you, and you can only control yourself. So that's why I see so many people get brought down by, man, this episode, Squirrel, has went so many different directions.
I knew it was
but that's okay. That's okay. We need episodes like this sometimes to help the listeners remember that, oh my God, you are so worth it. I did a reading the other day, and this woman's been in a few times, and she just breaks my heart every time. But this time was different. She started to realize her worth.
Oh.
And that is the best thing in the whole world. Because I was like, look at me. Look at me. You are worth it. This family stuff you got going on, this whatever that's bringing you down, put a pause on that. You don't need that right now.
Yeah.
Like, no, you are worth it. Look at you. You are living proof of all the bad stuff. You came out on top.
Right.
You just dust out that got on you. When that rubble fell on you, you get back up, girl. Shit, work it.
Yeah.
And I told her, I said, you promise me you keep smiling. And she because she's very timid and she's older. And I'm like, when I see you, you are, I just see goodness.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, thank you. And I'm like, no, I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, keep smiling. So she smiles real big. I'm like, keep that up. I said, you're going to be amazed at how the world changes for you. You just keep telling yourself to smile.
Yeah.
Just smile. I said, I know from experience that it's so much easier just to not smile, frown, don't have any expression.
Not make eye
that
contact.
Doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
That does absolutely nothing for you. I said, it's okay to be selfish. It is absolutely okay.
Yeah.
There's a line to draw, but it is absolutely okay for someone like that to be selfish, and it's okay to want yourself happy.
Sure.
Tell yourself that every morning when you look in the mirror. Smile at yourself. You are worth it. You may feel silly. Say it out loud.
Yes.
And eventually you're going to be like, holy shit, I am worth it.
Yeah.
And that's just how it goes. Like,
be your authentic self.
Yes.
Be what you feel that you want to be. I mean, how many years, we've had this conversation, how many years have we been like, what the hell is missing? What is it? I can't figure it out.
I can't believe it's been this long.
Yeah.
And a lot of it has to do with the people that were brought into my life once I decided I was going to hop on this journey train that I'm on.
Yes.
I don't know where I'm going to, but I'm having a hell of a ride on the way there. I'm meeting some great people. Like, I got the golden ticket on this train. I really do.
Yes.
The people that I came across, the loyalty from these people, the love from these people, like, it's just great. I'm in the paranormal world, the spiritual world.
Yeah.
It's my normal life, my family, like, being so supportive. I'm like, I would have came out of the broom closet years ago. What the hell? What in the hell? I had to be all weird, awkward self. Now I'm like, this is me, bitches. Easy bake coming. Like, I would have wore this to Christmas if I would have knew. Shit.
But that's what you got to do.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, well,
we out.
Not kidding. Kidding, not kidding. So when I hear levitate, oh, wait, what? Oh, that's the mid-time notes. So if you have any levitation stories or anything else you want to add to this very random levitation-y episode, email us at paranormalxl@writeme.com. That is paranormalxl@writeme.com. Again, I love being a cheesy game talk show host. That's just who I am as a person. I'm going to accept it and move on with it.
The price is wrong, bitch.
Yes. Take note of that. We got some ideas.
Oh, we're not right. We're not right.
Yeah, we're not right. Yeah. So remember, you got anything else? Sorry.
No, I am good. Just thank you for having me on here.
I just love you so much.
I love you too. Love you too.
I'm like, I love you, Panda, and I love all of our listeners. Everything's been great.
Yeah.
I just sound like I'm bragging about everything going great, but it's only going great because of all the listeners.
Hell yeah.
And you and just everybody.
Yeah.
You just keep looking up, keep forward. Everything's gonna be fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Stay positive.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the main thing. Stay as ridiculous as you gotta be, stay positive.
Yeah.
It's the only way we're all gonna come out at the end of this.
Absolutely.
So with the stay positive, stay kind, stay humble, and remember, don't yuck someone else's yum.
Ever.
Ever.
Peace.
Bye.